but I can't open it. So we're getting fucked up tonight with island wine. Island wine.
This is what I've been cooking for Acti for the past week now. She's sick of it, so now she's moved on to bacon. Happy wife, happy life. When we first made it to Mauritius and we stayed in Mahebourg, Acti and I were really excited to try all of the Mauritian foods and flavors. And we tried shopping at the supermarket to try to save money, but it felt like it was more expensive shopping for food than just eating the fast food that was outside. So this is why you see us getting so excited about marlin and cheap wine and different stuff like this.
Something about fried chicken just gets me going.
Try it. Take a bite of that burger.
Burger? Let's try it.
It's big, juicy.
Oh, the sauce is good.
Yeah, it's good sauce. That's right. I really enjoyed all the fast food that we ate in Mahebourg, especially Chickie's Hut. And when I travel, sometimes I'm always thinking, do I want to support the local businesses and risk paying more or getting sick from eating the food, or do I just want to eat the fast food that, you know, comes from my country? I don't know. It's something I always think about. I'm ready. That was really good. I'm definitely eating here again before we leave. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. So like I said before, shopping in Mauritius for groceries felt kind of expensive and pricey. Now, we were traveling here in 2022. Of course, this is the year with Ukraine and crisis and war and inflation and stuff like that. So everything was kind of more expensive. And going to the grocery store, you could easily spend around 1,000 plus rupees just for basic groceries, which is around $20 US at the time I'm making this.
We call it mulku.
Mulku?
Here, try some. So a lot of the fast food places and restaurants you see us eating at in this video, we just happen to stumble upon, like accidentally find. For example, Blue Bamboo we found when we were walking from Mahebourg to Blue Bay. All we do is eat. I enjoyed all of the foods that you can find here in Mauritius because it's so varied and diverse. You have, you know, of course, Asian food, Indian food, European style foods. Everything is here. It's great. Today is August 14th, 2022. I'm backpacking across Africa with my wife. My beautiful wife, she's back there packing. Look at all that. Oh, I'm so lucky. Anyway, yeah, we're backpacking across Africa. We're here in our first stop of Mahebourg, Mauritius, and we're traveling to Grand Bay. I got to pack, and we got to get out of here. So, baby, tell me, how did you feel about Mahebourg, Mauritius, and our time here?
Well, so far so good. I loved it. I loved the people. I like the fact that it was calm. It's a small city, but you know, it's been fun.
What was the most fun thing we did here?
I would say that day we spent with like Chris and Brandon and Clyde, the hiking up the Lion Mountain, and then going to the beach. You know, just playing music, drinking, dancing. That was a very fun day.
And finally, would you suggest people visit Mahebourg, Mauritius?
Yeah, but I would definitely suggest to visit during the summer. For us, you know, we're chilling, we're relaxing, so 2 weeks was a good amount of time to be in Mahebourg. and we got to see like most of the stuff.
You can do everything in a week. Go to Blue Bay, climb Lion Mountain, eat some good food, maybe meet some people, play bolo drum.
Yeah.
You can do all that in about a week. So if you haven't seen any of our other content and this is your first time watching our channel, go check out the video of us climbing Lion Mountain in Mauritius. This is where we met Brandon and several other very, very, very nice Mauritian people who guided us to the peak of the mountain. And we stayed in contact with them after we met them. And Brandon offered, free of charge, for no money or anything like that, he offered to drive us to our next destination, which is Grand Bay from Mahebourg. He's a really, really great guy. And driving through Mauritius, he showed us this great place that we're going to go to next. So Brandon offered to take a detour for us and take us to this place called Grand Bassin, or also known as Ganga Talao. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Ganga Talao crater lake is at the heart of one of the island's most important Hindu festivals, Mahashivratri. Every year, thousands of Hindus make the rugged journey to Grand Bassin for a touch of divinity. Mahashivratri celebrates the god Shiva, one of Hinduism's three major deities. Pilgrims carry handmade kanwars, shrines dedicated to Shiva, to Ganga Talao, and once they find a suitable place at the water's edge, they perform their own private prayer ceremonies with offerings of fruit, incense, sticks, and lamps. To fully grasp this festival's significance, it is important to know the harsh history of the indentured Indian laborers in Mauritius. The island's Hindus are the descendants of 500,000 indentured laborers who were subject of the British Empire brought to Mauritius in the 19th century with the fake promise of a better life. However, the life that awaited them was far from that. Disease was rife aboard the vessels crossing the Indian Ocean with cholera, smallpox, malaria, and yellow fever. It claimed the lives at sea and at numerous quarantines at the doorstep of Mauritius. Those who made it to the mainland worked as laborers in the sugarcane fields through tough conditions. It was not slavery, but it was far from what we call a normal, healthy working environment. In those dire times, one of their driving forces was their belief in their religion. And I find so much inspiration from this because as an African American, we've had a very similar experience when it comes to being forced into labor. And the only thing that kept us going through all of that was a belief in God, having faith in a higher power or a deity that will protect us or have justice for us in this life or in the hereafter. I've never been to a Hindu temple before coming here. And in America, we have millions of Indians, but I don't even think there's even anything close to this in the United States. So it was very eye-opening for me to see something like this. And I was in awe of the statues and how people revere these statues. And even though I am a Muslim and I believe in Islam, even though I drink, I still got a cultural awakening, an experience and respect for these people. After we left the Grand Bassin Hindu temple, we went to Black River Gorges National Park. Brandon drove us there to rendezvous with Chris, Karen, and Chris's children. If you don't know who these people are, once again, check out our previous video on climbing Lion Mountain. They're really cool, really great Mauritian people. Anyway, so this was our first time at Black River Gorges. It's the largest protected forest in Mauritius. It provides over 50 kilometers of magnificent and yet challenging hiking trails. This is the best way to get into the deep nature of Mauritius, whether you prefer a hardcore climb to the highest peak or a gentler ramble through the forest. There are 4 entry points to the national park. While strolling in the midst of nature, this green area will fill you with a sense of serenity and peace. This nature reserve provides over 50 kilometers of trails where you can trek and explore the rich and diverse flora and fauna of the island. The enchanting wild expanse of thick forest is home to over 300 species of flowering plants and 9 species of birds unique to Mauritius, including the famous pink pigeon, which is staging a very gradual comeback from the brink of extinction. As you keep exploring, you will find spellbinding waterfalls, Alexandra Falls in particular, pristine rivers, picnic areas, wide canyons, and dramatic mountain ranges. which create panoramic views altogether. I had never been in such a national park before, so this was a new experience for me, and I was so glad that I got the opportunity to do it. It was a very breathtaking view, seeing all of those hills of green and all of the nature there, and it was very quiet and very clean kept. We met or saw a few other people on the trail, but other than that, it was pretty empty on this Sunday that we were there. Possibly because it was winter, possibly because it was the rainy season. Speaking of rainy season, the trail was very, very muddy, and I was wearing my favorite shoes, my retro Jordan 6s, I believe. And I did not plan on hiking that day, but these were the best shoes to wear while I was hiking. It was a very hard trek going down because of the mud, but it was an easier trek coming up. Especially if you took a walking stick. When you go deep enough into the valley or into the gorge, there's a very beautiful plateau that you can see that gives you a panoramic view of all of the area. And another interesting thing about Mauritius, they have very large bats that fly through the air. It can freak you out at first, but you'll get used to them. I highly suggest Black River Gorges. So yeah, we left Mahebourg today, I think around 11:30, and then we ended up going to this big Hindu temple, the Grand Bassin, here in Mauritius, and then we ended up going for a very long hike in a gorge in Black River National Park, and now we're finally on our way to Grand Bay. But today has once again been amazing. Thank you to Brandon, thank you to Chris, thank you to his family. Everybody, it's been a great day. How do you feel, Auntie?
Great.
Yeah?
I feel tired, but awesome.
That's the way you should feel after a good hike, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right.